Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another day of unanticipated wind. I thought the wind was over. Rusty thought the wind was over. The wheels apparently thought that after the Class 1 Comparo, Rusty wasn't done. So he's back again, twice in a week. That's crazy. Rocking those 393s, doing stuff he shouldn't be able to do. That's Rusty's nom de plume. That's his way to go. He's gonna do stuff he shouldn't be able to do on his tiny little tires. As I said in the last one, and of course by the last one I mean the last video that had Rusty in it, had I to do it again, it would be SSD straight axle conversion rather than trying to shove AR-45 straights under here. Actually trying to remember, I think there was another axle. Did Rusty originally have a different axle? I can't even remember back to the build series. I feel like he did. And I needed something with offset pumpkin. So I can't blame myself too much for not doing a straight axle conversion, as I'm not even 100% sure the original intention was to build him straight axles. It might have been. I just know he's a parts bin guy. You know, he was left over. This body was originally bought with the idea that the cab was going to be used on Jolly Green after his 6x6 conversion, and clearly and obviously that did not happen. We went a completely different route with Jolly Green. That bumper, I think I said in the last one, I need to get that bumper pushed back, and then didn't do anything about it. You're gonna fall in a hole, Rusty. You're gonna fall in a hole. Rusty, I think I'm almost sure. No, you just wanted to prove me wrong. I thought he had fallen in a hole, but he has not. So as things do around here, Oblivion has kind of swelled to an unanticipated size. I don't know if he's got the clearance to. No. Okay, there's a real trench right here. This is a section that is incomplete, as this is the transitional area between Leviathan and Oblivion. I don't even know if I can get through. Hey, there we go. Okay, all right, hold on. Easy. You're gonna fall in the hole, Rusty. You're gonna fall in the hole. He's good at stuff. All right, try reversing in. There you go. No, not quite. That's okay. Try to get. No. Opposite lock. Okay, just come around. There he is. So Rusty is something that just came to be. He grew into himself. Yeah, pull that up. Pull it up. Get on there. Yeah. That's pretty rough stuff, Rusty. Sub Class 1s. I think you would fit a proper Class 1. But at the same time, he gets work done on the bounty hunters, and they do look just right, you know? Uh-oh. He's got an excessive amount of suspension travel. Excessive. Like I've said on other rigs, I try to keep droop right around the height of a tire, which would be great. But let me see if we can get to a point where I can get a tire to drop. You can't argue the, oh, come on, push it up. Come on. You can't argue the performance stuff. So this is another one of those instances where we don't mess with it for the same reasons that Daphne doesn't have a carbon fiber chassis. Because Daphne's real good. and we try not to break the things that work good. And Rusty works way good for a guy with full inner and outer fenders, sub 4-inch tires, 0 ounces of added weight. He has to run Desert Lizard 90s because he can't run an external spring shock at all. I mean, I could get some like Amazon, you know, whatevers and load him up with diff fluid, but again, why? Yeah, look at that rear dropping down there. But he keeps contact, and he's a guy that he has droop on level with like Zoidberg. But again, I guess because he's so low overall. Nice tight turning circle there. Like I have definitely been vocal about how the 45P and the 45 straight are not my favorite axles. But at the same time, good turning angle, they're good axle. I have other preferences. Like between these two, not having driven a TRX4 axle with an SSD straight conversion, I still think I would prefer that because it would just be a lot simpler to set this guy up. I could run whatever shock I wanted. But I'm not going to spend that kind of money to replace these AR-45s and then have no idea where the AR-45s are going to go. So, as you can hear, and as I've mentioned, it's windy. It smells like, you know that candle store that's in every mall? It smells like the candle store, which is weird. Usually on an exceptionally windy day, what we're going to get is either Tide or some sort of generic, like, spring fresh fabric softener blows in on the air. No, this smells like the candle. It smells like candles. Not like perfume. It's something vague. Like maybe there's vanilla or lavender or something. Deodorant? No, it smells like more like candles than deodorant. When that rolled back, it made me question, am I in second gear? No, I don't think I am. No, I am definitely in first gear. Doing some out-of-frame driving here. It's the best for YouTube. The algorithm loves videos where you can't see what you're talking about. It's great. The podcast with still photography in the background. There we go. We're back in. I do have to say, most of Rusty is Rusty. Rusty is pretty well final. I do need to address that front bumper. I think I can pull it back in quite a bit, and which will help his approach angle quite a bit because he's pretty low. And I saw him, and it's cracked. The plastic mount is cracked because, you know, if you stick a giant metal bar through your plastic bumper mount and then do stuff like this, I auger that front mount in a lot. It's gonna crack it. So I think I'm gonna have to fabricate something, and most likely it's just gonna eliminate the bumper, like the slider part altogether. I'll just make something that goes in there and then just push the bumper back, and the bumper will be right up against the frame rails. Maybe raised a little if I can raise it up a little bit. We'll see. A little bit of Delrin on the table saw. Can you get out of that? He's like, yeah, of course I can. It's still and always will be crazy how maneuverable he is. But I was going to say the motor, he's got an Endura 55 turn in there. I would like something a little slower, but I don't want to go into like power plant craziness. He runs a 1080. He's got an Amazon Blue case. So all in, he's like, including the radio, there's like $140 worth of electronics in Rusty. And most of this stuff wasn't bought for Rusty. He was a parts bin. He's got Jolly Green's old sliders, which wouldn't fit anymore when he got converted. He's got the body that was intended for Jolly Green. The fenders were all extras when I was purchasing the stuff to do the 6x. Come on over here. But he's a little more brisk in first gear than I would like. I'd like his first gear to be a little lower. Yeah, and that he would have cleared that perfectly. And there's a little hesitation in this motor. I think we can go something a little slower. But nowadays, I don't know why, but stuff above 55 turn, there's a couple 80s out there. But what I would really like is a properly high turn. I'm trying to think of what's the highest turn 550 I've seen. I think a 35 turn. I don't know if a 35 turn 550 is going to be slow enough. I think a 35 550 will still be faster than a 540 55 turn. And I need less. I would welcome the torque, but I need less speed. There is the possibility of tossing that, and you know how I am with 5 slots. There is the possibility of tossing that bizarre, I want to say it's an Injora 33 turn 5 slot, which is, you know, like a 65 turn 540, and maybe it'll be enough torque. Because maybe he could benefit from the smoothness. I should have thought of this before I came out here to film this, and then I could have said, hey, this is Rusty trying out his new motor, his new setup. But instead, we get what we get, and I move on to the next thing. Coming up, and now's the perfect time to do this. It's midweek. It's like mini State of the Canyon talk. Coming up tomorrow, I did a video some time ago about the performance enhancement for canyon trails. And then that later segued into the dual stage hair buns. We're combining all of that knowledge and technology to do the same thing to general grabbers. That's tomorrow. So look forward to that one. That one's good stuff. I'd like to think that everything I make is good stuff, but that's good stuff. Starting on Friday in this week's State of the Canyon, there's been a number of requests for like rig breakdowns. So we're gonna see how many I can fit into each weekly installment. So I think the State of the Canyons up for the next couple weeks are going to be rig breakdowns. I figure in a 40-ish minute episode, I can probably do 3. If I do an hour-ish episode, I can do 4, which means we'll be doing these for the entirety of February and March to get through the rigs. But I don't just want to gloss, and I want to do kind of like a Wheelin Wednesday type of environment for each one, but with more of a breakdown to let you know everything that's in them and what the thought processes were that got me there. So it's nice to have stuff planned out for the future. I've got another couple episodes pre-planned, some more quick reviews, and you know, some more build stuff, some more installations from the Fab Lab. I don't know if Rusty's bumper mount omission, but hey, it's all content. You never know. So before I turn this into a full State of the Canyon update, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming by for Wheelin Wednesday. How did I make it this far without saying Wheelin Wednesday? Please do comment below. Any questions, comments, concerns, like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't. We do offer channel memberships, etc. It's a Wednesday. You know what that means? It means you've made it halfway through the week. Actually, that's not true. At lunch break on Wednesday, you've made it halfway through the week. Anyway, we're splitting hairs. Tune in tomorrow. Tune in the day after that. Tune in forever. You know, help a fella out. Thanks again, everybody. We will see you. We will see you again soon. And in closing for this one, let's have Rusty do his Daphne trick. Because if we can put a 2-speed in something for no reason, listen for it. There we go. We're gonna do that. See you later, Rusty!